Welcome back for another episode of Black, White, and Red All Over, starring myself, Ryan, and the gorgeous Victor.
Hello.
Today, we're going to talk about 4 books, 2 of which Victor and I only read by ourselves.
That's right.
So, we're
Think
trying
about
this out.
that. Yeah, we're going to expand in minds and ways and wavelengths. Yes.
Freaky stuff.
That's right.
First up, Secret Origins, #1.
Right.
Kind of an anthology-style series that's going to be picking up, looks like three characters and kind of doing some backstory stuff.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
I thought it was really cute, actually. Most of the time, the Secret Origins things kind of is like, I've done this before. This was kind of I won't necessarily say an original take, but a very unique one, though.
Yeah.
Good voice across the board on those 3 stories. I like them.
Yeah, it starts off with a Superman one, kind of more focused on Superman's parents, and their internal struggle as they're about to ship off their only son, across the galaxy. The next up one was Dick Grayson, which I thought was really cool.
well done. Really well done.
It was a very interesting look. The way they showed the light of his character versus the darkness of when you're part of the Bat family.
You're right. It was really good. It was really good. And then, of course, the Supergirl story. Took on a very cool tone. Although it did make me question a little bit of the Superman mythos as a whole with what it explained in terms of the knowing that going under a yellow sun would do this thing to Kryptonian bodies. Why didn't he just make something that would invoke yellow sun energies? I mean, I think that'd be a little easier than shooting a rocket to Earth, right?
Probably,
maybe. Okay,
I mean, I'm not a rocket surgeon.
I'm just saying. I mean, Kryptonian science says we send you to Earth as opposed to a yellow sun ray light emitter.
Yeah, if there was only a glass tube with wire filaments that could create light.
But no. I mean, we tan with these things for fun on Earth. Take that, Jor-El.
Yeah.
Sucks, sir.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, it was a good book.
Yeah.
I did enjoy it. I'm a fan of Nightwing in particular, so I really did like the Nightwing story.
Yeah.
And I did feel that the Superman one was very mother-centric, to be specific. Not just parents, but very mom-centric, both with Lara and Martha. So I did like that.
Yeah, my biggest takeaways, and this is the Superman geek in me, was finding out in the New 52 what the S means. Oh, yeah, it was real, unless I'm horribly mistaken, it's in the Supergirl story. It's real subtly hinted at what it is.
What? Okay, do tell. Give me, educate me, sir.
It's the L family crest. It's their coat of arms.
We've known that, though, right? That's not a new thing, is it?
It's been monkeyed with in the past, but
this is a solid statement.
Yeah.
They did say that, though. They did. Yeah. That's right. Because so yes, that is the definitive boom. New 52. The S is the crest of the L house. So I respect that. That's very awesome. Very, very awesome.
Next up.
Yes.
Uncanny Avengers. I didn't read this issue yet. But
I took on this one.
Up to this point, for me, it has been both the best X-Men book and the best Avengers book going.
All at once.
Yeah.
All right, I will be 100% honest. I missed quite a few issues of this, so I'm jumping in kind of willy-nilly, A
lot's happened.
It has, and I dig that, though, because I feel the weight of it. We're talking Thor being conversed with the Council of Mutants, which I'm when you're dealing with those 2 houses, essentially, and they clash together, that's an epic story.
Yeah.
I feel Rick is doing his thing.
Remender's killing it.
I mean, all day, every day. And I love the art. Freaking gaga over that art. I just lost his name. Oh my God, I was so about to call his name, and then I totally lost it. Oh, it's so bad. I'm going to cheat. I'm going to look. Don't you say this.
My brain went to Pascal.
I know,
right?
Right? Acuna. Yes, David Acuna. There we go. That's his name. So I'm I love his stuff, and then it was and then it stopped. But no, fantastic story. I love the characterization, the family drama with Scott and Alex, Magneto's take on the whole situation.
Yeah.
Like I said, I am coming in totally bankrupt on the backstory, but I'm still finding it fascinating.
Yeah, Remender really, he isn't writing the characters as Rick Remender would.
Right.
He's writing them in what you traditionally think Cap's voice would be.
Gotcha.
What Thor's voice would be.
Right.
And
he gets them.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And it's just beautiful. If you haven't kept up with it, you really ought to. I think it's up to volume 2 in trade paperback.
Okay.
And it's violent. It's got science fiction aspects to it.
It's awesome.
This
is awesome.
Just incredible.
Do you have those in stock?
I will this Friday when I place the reorder for them.
Guess what? I want some. That's happening.
It's good stuff.
I'm also going to throw in an honorable mention if I can.
Yeah.
The new Daredevil, Mark Waid, you, sir, are one heck of a writer. I like your style. Okay, take it away.
Yeah, number 2 is this week. Very good.
Yes.
I read Original Sin, mostly because I'm going to have to order crap tons of this and hope that I'm right.
Okay.
So I read issue 0, and it's kind of interesting. So the Watcher finally says something.
Okay.
But it's more of answering a question that the new Nova is asking.
Okay.
And the new Nova asked, he asked this question that I've never heard anybody else ask ever in the history of the Marvel U. So he does something, he fights some robot or something, and the Avengers show up late, and they're like, congratulations, you did your thing, rock and roll. And so somehow the Watcher comes up in the conversation, and he's like, what's he watching for?
What is the purpose of the watching?
Yeah.
Now, from my history of things, I've been told that, or read, that it was a punishment.
Yes, and they do get into that.
Okay.
The reason why they're being punished.
Right.
But he asks him, to me it was more of a an existential sort of thing.
Okay.
It's a punishment, but so it really kind of kicked things off. It didn't give me any vision of because it's going to be a murder mystery.
Right.
But it didn't set
where it was going necessarily.
Yeah.
It just kind of set this is what you need to know.
Yeah.
And then we'll start the story next.
Yeah, it's like if you don't know who the Watcher is.
Okay.
But it was really good. It was Mark Waid, once again.
Of course.
Yeah, and it was just brilliant. And I love the read. It was a better Nova story than the entire run of Nova going right now. So it's really good. I highly recommend it. I just don't know how it ties in
to where everything's
going.
Okay, so now I got to know, do they keep the punishment aspect the same? Is it because of the Celestials and Galactus?
No.
Oh.
It's been changed, or maybe clarified. Might be a better word. The Watcher actually lets Nova watch some of his recorded history.
Okay.
Which gives the background of why. They tried to do something really good, and much like with humanity, if you give us a gift, we're going to turn it into a curse.
We're going to screw it up.
And they're paying without giving it away, they're paying the penance for that.
Man, okay, I'm going to read this myself now.
Yeah, so it's real good. Once again, Mark Waid, if Mark Waid's name on it,
dude,
it's quality.
It's happening. It's happening. Straight out of Indiana, baby.
Yeah. Next up.
Superman, Batman.
Yeah, all right. It's part 3 of the 4-part crossover with World's Finest. Mm-hmm. Part 4 has already come out, so part 3 shipping late is already kind of weird.
Right. So you knew where this was going.
Yeah.
But the road still was not well paved.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I felt a little convoluted on this one. Unlike with Uncanny Avengers, me not reading this series so far felt like a burden because there was a lot going on, and then double talk references of other variations of said characters that weren't appearing any longer. It was complicated.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that wasn't just me and my lack of reading, or maybe I wish that was just me and my lack of reading, as opposed to someone who was following it. So, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, I didn't like the art was beautiful.
Yes,
it was very, very pretty to look at.
Jay Lee, you do your thing all the time, but is Pac not necessarily connecting the dots as you would like?
Kinda, yeah.
Okay.
The way the story is being told through not thought bubbles,
right?
But
the captions.
Yeah, and you have to figure out the color coding.
Right.
And
it's becoming a little complicated.
Yeah. And then even within that, they were referencing the alternate universe that they come from.
Right.
And just the toy.
It was a hodgepodge of a lot of stuff for me, because this one had Kaizen Gamora, who I'm familiar with from the Stormwatch Wildstorm universe, which obviously is being folded in, and somehow now the Citizens Gamora that were the superpower ones now has a tie to Earth 2 Supergirl.
Yeah, because they got genetics
from that's complicated.
Yeah,
I need a crazy wall. We need a wall of crazy, and then just kind of with pins and string, which we don't have right now.
Yeah,
so that wasn't working.
Yeah. I hate to give negative stuff, but I just didn't.
It wasn't there.
Yeah, it just.
Do you think maybe if you read this one and then part 4, would it help? Maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, because you know where they're going. You know where they're going, so then kind of seeing the journey is kind of like, meh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. It was pretty meh.
I got you.
It's like it's ramen noodles for dinner. Like it gets the job done, but it's
it doesn't even have hot dogs cut up into it.
No hot dog pennies, nothing.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Next time though. Next time.
Yeah. Great pack. You usually do good work. Just this one just didn't.
Maybe just off day, off issue, maybe.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's us. Maybe we're in a mood. Maybe guys come in, buy it, read it. Let us know if we're just off our gourd.
Please do.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, tweet
Challenge
at us.
You know what I'm saying?
Post it on our YouTube channel.
It's all good. It's all good.
It looks like you've got one more special.
Yeah, I do. We did Dead Body. What is this called again?
Dead Body Road?
Yes, because it was just like Dead Body Awesomeness is what it should be called. So I remember last issue we had like a very real car chase, and then what was funny was like the week after I read another book that had a car chase in it, but nowhere near as kinetic and amazing. And this one, Jordan really talks about at the end, especially, which I really like the little asides at the end. I think that's fantastic. It's kind of like a little like blog note on a posting, but at the end of a comic, which I think is fantastic. But he talks about his influences with Elmore. God, I am forgetting all kinds of names. Forgive me, this is post a trip. Shout out to Awesome Con in DC. I had a great time with you guys. But Elmore Leonard, that's his name. He talks about his writing influences and the way that he's kind of gleaned any aspect of his characterization of Parker in a character from here in terms of Gage. And I thought that was a very cool thing, especially after reading the issue and you seeing how not heroic Gage seems to be. Like, it was kind of like, he's really like, nah, you're on your own. And I know you're helping me, but yay, thanks. Like, that's, and it was raw, and I like that. I thought it was a really cool story. I'm really interested to catch up with all of this because I think it's such a solid thing. Like, I don't even want to call it like a book or a read. It's a thing. It's breathing, it's living, and it's growing really, really nicely in my eyes. So definitely shout out to that.
Wow, that's awesome. I get the Elmore Leonard.
Yeah.
Like, it's there, and now it makes
sense, right? Yeah. Because, I mean, he was even talking about how, it's Elmore Leonard he loves, and then, of course, Richard Starkey he loves. And the Parker aspect is what he also goes off on. And I love Parker as well. Both the book series, the movies, and Darwin Cook, of course, can't go wrong with that. So just the notion of that crime, gritty, characterization being something that he's playing around with, it's beautifully done. So I do love it. Yeah.
Super, super
Two
good.
thumbs. Boom. Pew, pew, way up. So, absolutely. Would you like to tell people about this magic that is adorning our table space?
Sure. So I look outside today, and I see a box filled with hand-painted leopard-striped urns.
Yeah.
I look around. One of the Subway employees is standing out there looking at me, and I'm like, do you know anything about these? And he's like, oh, they've been out here like a half hour. Because that's how Subway employees sometimes sound to me. Every bit of morals and ethics I have went out the window. So we now have...
If there is a spirit within these, it is now free and running rampant in Comic Town. So be warned, Jungle Cat spirit may come get you, Jungle Fury. You guys got a card game this week? It's there.
It's coming up.
The magic is going to be there. This is magic, and it's gathering. Oh, see what I did there? That's what it is.
Yeah. So come have a libation ceremony with us, and we can go from there.
They will sacrifice a pig. It will happen.
Yeah.
It will happen. So that's you guys got that this weekend? That's what you guys got coming up this weekend?
Friday night at midnight we're firing some pre-releases for Journey to Nyx. Nice. Saturday and Sunday at 10 a.m. and 5:30 p.m. both days, mirror of each other. Got more pre-releases, so got magic for you all weekend.
That's
got
awesome.
Comics for you Wednesday, so
can't beat that.
Come on in.
This weekend, I will be at table V7 in the great windy city of Chicago for C2E2, coming back for like the umpteenth time. I love that city there.
It's a beautiful city.
They hug me so very tightly. So if you get a chance, come through, come see me, V7. There's a lot of folks that'll be there that'll be, showing off their stuff. Check out V15. That's my man Justin Castaneda. We got a book that's coming out. It's going to be amazing. It's called Wonder Care, okay? It is Muppet Babies meets the Justice League. I'm going to just drop that and leave it and look. That's it right there.
My order is already placed.
Yes. Yes. So, obviously, we have all kinds of cool stuff for you this weekend, either in Chicago or here in Coolumbus, as I like to call it. So definitely come down and have some fun with us.
Cool. And with that, you have a nice afternoon. Stay classy.